Yo, One Piece, chapter 1086. Now, as a starting off thing, we all know, everyone who's been reading One Piece knows, Oda's going on break for a month because of some astigmatism that he has, which we didn't know about, so maybe that's going to help him draw better, you know? But yeah, month-long break, which we haven't had since last year before Egghead. I think it was also July. So, I mean, look, we got a lot of time to speculate, and the one thing I know is that this is a chapter about the Gorosei. That's the one thing that was spoiled on Twitter for me. Shanks was trending for like an hour, maybe. I only saw him pop up once in trending, but for sure Gorosei stuff, because that was everywhere for like since Monday, which this did come out on Wednesday. So that is it's not Thursdays anymore. We're on Wednesdays now. But let's start. Love the Shonen Jump cover with Garp, Luffy, and Kobe. That's fantastic. I never read the Oda notes, but I feel like I should. It's funny, I was working behind the scenes on the live action adaptation long before production even began on some of the movies I helped with, like Film Red and Stampede. Damn, yeah, it has been a while since live action stuff was talked about, even like rumored. Another beautiful color page. No rain, no rainbow. That reminds me of an XQC quote. Can't have a rainbow if you don't got some rain. I mean, I butchered that, but it's something like that. Knowing XQC, there was a lot of stuttering in there. But no, we got a beautiful. This is very colorful and nice. No Zoro. Chopper, Sanji, Luffy, Nami, Frankie, Usopp, Robin, Brook. Where is Zoro? Where's Jinbei? Hello? Alright. Got a frog instead of Zoro. Cover request. Chopper and a kitty crossing the reflection of a rainbow they see in a puddle. I mean, that is one aspect of this picture. But very nice. Very cute. Okay. Chapter name, The Five Elder Planets. Of course, we already have St. J. Garcia, Saturn. And now we're going to know the rest of them. And we, of course, knew they were based off planets. I mean, Saturn, why wouldn't they be? Okay. And so, the curtains drew closed on the reverie before the news of King Cobra's murder came to light. So, of course, everyone who was at Marijoa didn't know that happened. The fallout from reverie. We got Igaram. This is Princess Vivi of Arabasta. Has anyone seen her? Where's the king? Pell and, Jaka? No, god damn it, I always forget his name. Where's the king? Has his condition worsened? All the while, a number of stowaways held their breath as they attempted to escape on various royal vessels. Two of them being Wapol and Vivi. Hey, whose ship is this? The Aegis Kingdoms. The Aegis Kingdoms. We're on Aegis's ship, Morgan's. So Wapol has direct contact with Morgan's. Did we know that beforehand? I wonder. Because this is like before we... This is probably the earliest we've seen Morgan's contacting Wapol? Is it? Because there was also the, I'm trying to think, that panel of Wapol calling Morgan's, telling him, I need to tell you something, right? I need to go back to that. Oh, there was another thing from last week that was about the, it was like the 4 kingdoms in the north that want independence. People have linked that with the 4 kingdoms that the Germa took over in the north, but now that the Germa are no longer part of the Reverie and no longer considered a nation under the world government because of their ties with, or their them wanting ties with Big Mom, now those nations are free in a sense, which is very interesting. I love that's such great fucking world building by Oda. Okay, gotcha. We'll fly our headquarters over and pretend to look for a scoop. Use that chance to hop aboard, and don't get yourselves caught before then. I owe you one. You got that right. A king somehow became the subject of a manhunt. This is big news. I can't wait to hear all about it. So, what exactly do you see in there, Wapol? What exactly did you see in there, Wapol? Like I'd tell you. Leave me alone and go back to your own ship. I can't. CP0 is no joke. Now that they're after me, it won't matter how much everyone tries to help. Those agents won't rest till I'm back in their custody. So the Aegis ship is like the Lion and the Crown. I wonder which one. I wonder if we know which one that is. Aegis. I don't think we've ever. Aegis means shield. I know that, but. Now let me borrow your transponder, Snail. I need to talk to my father as soon as possible. He's a total worrywart. Anything but that. Get lost already. What's wrong with you? Of course, Wapol knows her father's dead. What a turn of fate. And we have CP0, the Makatuka mask guy, showing. Are they showing Stas? What's his name? Stasi? No. Sabo's brother. Is it Stasi? No, it's not Stasi. I'm not in my One Piece bubble right now, mentally. We have Sabo's poster as well with Spandam showing that, and we have Bonnie. Oh, okay. And then so everyone's a bunch of stowaways, of course. We got Bonnie on the Tajin Kingdom ship. I'm hungry. We have. Is that Sabo? Yep, that's Sabo on the Lelouchian Kingdom ship, which is how he ends up on Lelouchia, or at least close to it. If I can just make it to Lelouchia, I know I can figure something out. Oh, he got hurt by that hockey devil tail, whatever. People assume Emu attacked him. I think it was, yeah, Emu was chasing them at that point, or at least what we can assume. I'm counting on you, Sabo-kun. You must live on. Of course, Sabo's pissed that he let Cobra die. It didn't take long for the two key stories to spread across the globe. The murder of King Cobra of Arabasta and the disappearance of his daughter, Princess Vivi. The Holy Land of Merijo. The man they call Sabo. The man they call Sabo. Got the Gorosei. He seems to have a checkered fate, which is something that the D's have, but Sabo's not a D, from what we know. He seems to have a checkered fate. How else can you account for him constantly being surrounded by those who bear the letter D? I was hoping we would be able to see to the... I was hoping we would be able to see to the egghead issue now, but it seems that dealing with this complication will have to take priority. Ring ring, chaka. Yes, great Emu. Emu about to talk. I just want to, it's interesting, I need to reorder some of these chapters so that they're like actual in chronological order, because I'm pretty sure this talk is like before they talk about Luffy and Wano type stuff, you know? So just to put that timeline in my own head, and of course before Jay Garcia leaves and stuff for Egghead, so it's probably really interesting to read this in chronological. Probably going to do that once we actually get back to Egghead and stuff is in the current timeline. Pangea Castle Flower Room. Emu's talking. Instant Messenger Sama. The time has come to put Vegapunk's invention to the test. Use the Mother Flame. Oh, lore piece. Use the Mother Flame. Okay, when Vegapunk talked about the Eternal Flame, the only thing I can really connect it to is the experiments done to King on Punk Hazard, right? Not only are the Seraphim connected with the King DNA stuff, but I think that the Lunarian flame, because it can be turned off and on, there's something there with it being like an internal power source, right? The Mother Flame, and then that's connected with the giant with like the stove, right? It is true, we haven't had the chance to try it out before now, so there's no way to ascertain its effectiveness yet. Depending on how well this experiment goes, Egghead may reconsider its response. I think a forest area would be a more suitable testing ground than a sea-based target. Ooh! Lelouchia Kingdom. I was about to say before I read that, we thought it was Uranus attacked Lelouchia. But is it just some invention? Or does Uranus have to be powered by something? Which would be interesting unless we're actually talking about Pluton, but then Pluton's on Wano, so that's not, sorry. I was thinking of the Pluton blueprints. If it's something created, then it needs energy, then the flame would power it, but I'm guessing that's not it. But okay, anyway. I think a forest area would be a more suitable testing ground than a sea-based target. Lelouchia Kingdom. Quite a lot of people live there. That is no consequence. Understood. The world moves at the will of the Creator. What is the reason for Lelouchia's selection? We're about to get the double plate spread. Why does this kind of look like a Robin? I don't know why. This silhouette of Emu right now, it like gave me Robin vibes with like her old like Enies Lobby hair for some reason. I don't know why. Just the first thing that popped in. Okay, we're getting all the names. Okay, we're getting all the names. I just saw, I didn't see the names, but I saw the Oda boxes. Okay. Gorosei names, all of them. I like that. I don't know if I like that actually. I don't know how much I like that. I like the Jay Garcia reveal. I feel like it should have been like that, like a one by one, like they start appearing places and then they get their Oda box. I don't know if I like just all of them at once. Unless they're gonna get their Oda boxes for their powers and stuff, so maybe that's gonna be interesting. But its close proximity. It shall be. Oh. What is the reason? Start over. What is the reason for Lelouchia's selection? Its close proximity. To what? The One Piece? To Raftel? Is it one of the closest islands to Raftel? Would that make sense? Is Lelouchia in the New World or no? No, I don't think so. No, it's on the Grand Line. Close proximity to what? It shall be as you say. I will make necessary preparations. I humbly request your patience in the meantime, says 5 elder planets, defense, science, warrior god. Oh, they're all warrior gods. Okay, so they got their own subsections. They have their own I'm forgetting the word. Defense science, warrior god, Saint J. Garcia, Saturn. And that's the orthodox looking one. And then we have Gandalf, or Ganfall, as some people say. Lelouchia's citizens have shown sparks of rebellion recently. All their eyes are like shadowed over too. They know they're doing some fucked shit. 5 elder planets, environmental warrior god, Saint Marcus Mars. Now we have Gorbachev. We may be able to make an example out of them. 5 elder planets, Justice, warrior god. Saint Topman, Valkyrie. Valkyrie. Like Marie Curie, Skłodowska. Topman. Wait a minute. Okay, we got Saturn, Mars. Valkyrie. Like Venus? Okay. Then we got Gandhi. I just realized, like, we're not going to be calling them Gandhi and Gorbachev anymore. They got names now. I'm going to have to remember these names now. Jay Garcia, we remember him. We got Marcus. tall Marcus. Marcus Mars. That's a good name. Then we got Topman. Valkyrie. I wonder how people are going to refer to them as. Are we going to call him Topman? Is he the Monopoly man? Top man? Yo, that's the top man right there. Or are we going to call him Valkyrie? Marcus Mars, I think that's just like it's like Steven, I've been reading Scott Pilgrim recently. It's like Stephen Stills, Marcus Mars. Okay, so Gandhi. If we could one day use this power freely, so they can't use the mother flame freely, or whatever it's powering. 5 elder planets, finance, warrior god. Saint Ethan, Baron, V, Nusjuro. What a name. So he also has a V. Is he Venus? Why does he not have a planet in his name? Okay. And then we have, finally, Vince Smoke. Not Judge. Judge's brother. We could instantly snuff out any protracted conflict. 5 elder planets, agriculture, warrior god. Saint Shepherd, Jew Peter. Motherfucker's name is Jew Peter. Jew Peter. Alright, so we got Saturn, Mars, Jupiter. V, maybe for Venus. Valkyrie, Mercury. That's what it is. Topman Valkyrie. Topman Valkyrie. There's some with Mercury in there. Mercury. Okay. Mercury, Mars. I mean, Emu's Earth. Most likely. I'm just trying to think. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus and Neptune, and Pluto, the dwarf planet. Valkyrie is definitely Mercury. And then the V is probably for Venus. And then Emu is... Okay. And Luffy's the sun. That's what it is. Luffy's the sun. He's the dawn, baby. Okay. Man. Okay. So warrior gods, first of all. Warrior gods. So these guys are fighters. Listen, we've always said they're fighters. I've never said they're not fighters. It's a fucking shonen. Why wouldn't the top guys be fighters? Come on. The Gorosei, the 5 elder... They were called the 5 elder stars. They were. I do not have that volume. But the first... do I know that? First time we see them. They were the 5 elder stars. Now they're 5 elder planets. Okay. One more thing. Of course. Retrieve Vivi. As you wish. We got a Vivi... not a Vivi rescue arc, baby. Let's go. Although, we're not rescuing her yet, but we must protect Vivi and Robin. Meanwhile, the Kingdom of Tajin and the Aegis Kingdom are both rebelling, and those are the ones that we just stowed away on. Between the disbanding of the 7 warlords and the uprisings in the government-affiliated nations, the Navy has their hands full, and you're showing us the Seraphim. I see Doflamingo. Or, sorry. I see S Flamingo. I see S Bat. And I see S Crocodile. with the scar. And Doflamingo with the glasses. But he got the Hawaiian shirt, though. That's drippy. That's drippy. Damn. Okay. Oh, so they sent those seraphim to those rebelling nations. Is that why Bonnie, whatever ship she was on, was destroyed? Was it destroyed on the way to Egghead? Would make sense. Between the disbanding of the Seven Warlords and the uprisings in the government-affiliated nations, the Navy has their hands full. However, deploy the Seraphim. Crocodile was spotted on Empty Bluffs Island. Like actual crocodile. Their military power has already gone in a new direction. Of course, why would they? Who cares? Who cares about the warlords? You got clones. You got better clones. Dude, damn it. I was really hoping that the... damn it. I was really hoping that the reveal of S. Flamingo was going to show his eyes, and we were going to see the blind, what was it, right eye? Where did Sanji kick? Was it the right eye, I think? Or left eye? And then I was hoping that S. Crocodile was going to confirm if Crocodile was originally female or not, but still looking androgynous, and I'm surprised they have the scar at a young age. That's a weird one. Like, they can give Doflamingo glasses, that's fine, but the scar? He's not born with a scar. So I don't know if I like Oda doing that, but alright. They wanted exact replicas. Sure. The second we docked on Lulu... Oh, and then we're going back to Sabo actually telling the story? Okay. The second we docked at Lelucia, the people arrested King Seki and Princess Komain. They were just waiting to ambush the royals. Since I was a stowaway, they welcomed me with open arms. That's when I saw the papers and found out that they pinned King Cobra's murder on me. Dragon not happy. Unsurprisingly, the people there considered me a hero. I wanted to tell them the truth, but when I saw how that lie fanned the flames of rebellion within them, the words died in my mouth. Because if they want to see royalty die, man. Even though Cobra was the best king we had in the series, you know, seeing a king get killed by a revolutionary. Yeah, man, I get it. Betty and the others had already inspired a lot of them, and I ended up bringing many of those hopeful recruits back with me. True. We got Mel? No. The cowgirl. I couldn't make direct contact without an encryption snail, so I rerouted my call through the island while we were setting sail. Okay. So they were leaving Lelucia, but the call came from Lelucia because he was rerouting it to not show that he was on a ship. I knew the government would intercept the signal, but doing it like that was sure to fool them into thinking I was still on Lelucia. I mean, didn't everyone think that? However, I was just within range, having already set out to sea with our new enlistees. So, the annihilation of Lelucia really did happen during that call. Yes, everyone on board was hysterical. A lot of them had family on the island. They saw their country obliterated right in front of their eyes. What voice do we give Dragon? Despicable. How in the world... the Batman voice. How in the world did they do it? An enormous shadow seemed to engulf the sky above us, and the next moment, everything was gone. An enormous shadow. There's no way it was caused by a living thing or some natural disaster. Something pitch black was flying above those clouds. God, that Lelucia chapter, to me, chapter of the year. That was the most insane thing that Oda's done. I mean, yeah. Sabo, earlier you said they used the name Emu, right? This may be a little out there, but This may be a little out there, but when the world we know today was created 800 years ago, one of the first 20 sovereigns was Saint Imu of House Nerona. Nerona? Perona? Now look at this. Since we know an ability granting eternal youth is said to exist, that must mean someone has used it before, right? Of course, Ivanka would know the hormone power. We have a book called Genesis, which means there's a person out there that doesn't need to worry about death. And we can assume that the eternal youth surgery has happened to probably every single one of the Gorosei, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised. So, you think the one I saw is... Ooh, was he the only one of the original kings that sacrificed someone for the eternal youth surgery? Interesting. It could be a coincidence. Maybe they just share the same name, but could anyone else be a founder? Could anyone else but a founder command the 5 elder planets, the highest of the world nobles? The celestial dragons fancy themselves as the descendants of the gods, after all. One more thing. Assuming the object you saw above the clouds was a weapon made by the government, then the only one capable of creating such a thing would be Vegapunk. Hold it, Eva. Vegapunk would never intentionally design a dedicated killing machine. I know. So what if it was an ancient weapon? Assuming Imu has been living since ancient times, there is a connection. Robin told us that the ancient weapons do in fact exist. But if this person had such a weapon, why wait till now to use it? Okay, listen, we know. Oda's been planting the scenes. We know it's an ancient weapon. We've been saying the same shit Eva has. If Vegapunk didn't create it, then it's an ancient weapon. If Emus existed since 800 years ago, why wouldn't he have knowledge of the ancient weapons? Why wouldn't he have one by now? And it's a good question, Dragon, Keanu Reeves' voice apparently. It's a good question. Why would they wait until now? And of course has to do with the Mother Flame, the eternal power source. Because nothing can power the ancient technology other than this whatever flame, the sun. I don't know who this is, but this is good. I'm already hyped. I just saw a dude that looks like a crescent moon for a head, and we got 2 minutes. Let's go. Present day, the Holy Land of Marijoa. A celestial dragon has just been sentenced to death. However, this information will never be reported to the outside world. Of course, Morgans is gone, and the Celestials will never say. But we know. We find out. Let's see what's going on. Our food supply is gone, eh? We have no bread. All we have is cake, eh? The judge was the former king of the land known as God Valley. He currently serves as the supreme commander of God's knights. His name is Saint Figarland Garling. Figarland Garling. I need to rewatch Film Red now. I know that name, Figarland. The man, oh my god, was Don Quixote. The man he sentenced to execution, none other than the one who chose to defend the fishman, Saint Don Quixote Miasgard. Anyone who protects scum is lower than the scum they protect. I'm giving him a cowboy voice. Let's go. A man who can even judge the celestial dragons. Chapter 1086 end. break for 5 weeks. God damn it. Break for 5 weeks, and we have, I don't know how much time I have to read this. There's a lot. We have decided to adapt the full version of the Five Elder title, Five Elder Planets, as previously been translated as Five Elder Stars, with the third character in the title say commonly meaning star, or the character celestial bodies, planets. It can in fact be found in the name of most planets in Japanese, Mars with the introduction of their full names, all being references to planets we have opted to translate, blah, blah. Regarding the names of the elders themselves, many of the intended references remain a total mystery outside the clear planetary name scheme, so we will not speculate on any of them. Fair. However, after some deliberation, we decided to go with Saint Topman Valkyrie as the spelling for the Justice Warrior in order to fit all potential references. The first name can be romanized as Val, War, and opting for Val, allowing the knowledge of Valkyrie. The planet Mercury can be spelled as and the latter half of the word shares spelling with the physicist Marie Curie. I was right. The first woman win a Nobel Prize. Her name also sounds like Mercury, and her work is radiology. He has a notable pop culture presence in Japan. Oh, she has a notable pop culture presence in Japan. We may update names in the future. And then we have a color page, which is, I have to show. I mean, come on, it's the boys. It's the Gorosei. And then their names. Come on now. Come on now. What a chapter. What a chapter. Mouse Guard. Rest in peace, the best celestial dragon. But now we got the cowboy. We got Figarland Garling in the building. Moon Man himself. The judge, the dude, was a former king of God Valley. Ooh, so he was a former king of God Valley before even, because are we considering him a celestial dragon, meaning he came to Mary Joa 800 years ago, not him, but his family? Or are we saying he was the king of God Valley when God Valley got destroyed, and now he's a judge? Or supreme commander of God's knights? So is he a new recruit? Mr. Figarland? Oh my god. And then fucking God Valley's destruction happened when Shanks was a baby, and then it has to do with Uda's last name. I need to rewatch Film Red. See you in 5 weeks. God damn. What a chapter. Goda. Let's go.